friends, welcome back to Food Prep Guide. Today we are making an instant taco soup in a jar. This is going to be made with all dehydrated ingredients so that we can store it safely on our shelves, and when you want some taco soup you just add some water to it. Another thing I wanted to point out about this particular recipe is that it presents beautifully inside of the jar with all of its colorful layers, so it makes a wonderful homemade gift. The holiday season will be here before you know it. I cannot believe it. But it makes a beautiful homemade gift because of how pretty it looks inside the jar. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump right into it with our first ingredient, and that is going to be dehydrated beans. Now we want to make this soup as instant as possible. It's not going to be like 30 seconds in your microwave type instant, but if we can use dehydrated beans and some other ingredients that we'll talk about in just a minute, this soup can cook up pretty quickly. So I do want to reiterate that dehydrated beans is different than just dried beans. Dried beans, of course, are just your dried beans that you get at the store. They are shelf stable as is, but, ooh, that's a big vacuum seal. If you cook your dried beans and then dehydrate them, they become instant beans because they are already cooked. They all have already fully rehydrated, and they cook up so much faster than just regular dried beans. I normally make this taco soup with pinto or black beans, but these are the only dehydrated beans that I have on my shelf right now. These are navy beans, and that will be totally fine in this recipe. So we need 1.5 cups of dehydrated beans. And while you can absolutely use regular dried beans in this recipe, it's going to have to simmer for a couple hours versus like 20 or 30 minutes that we're going for with this jar mix. So 1.5 cups of dehydrated beans. Next, we have another choice to be made. It is our rice. Now, if you use instant rice, which is just rice that has been cooked and then dehydrated, your soup again will cook that much faster. If you are going to be using instant rice, you'll use 1 cup. I am out of instant rice. In case you're wondering why I'm only using 1 jar, you typically see me meal prep multiple jars at a time. It's kind of the whole point of meal prepping, is to get your kitchen dirty once with all of these ingredients and then enjoy the fruits of your labor for many weeks and months to come. But I am low on all sorts of things right now, so I don't want to deplete my stock. I cook with dehydrated ingredients all the time to save time in my kitchen and my meal prep. So I don't want to put them all into taco soup jars just yet because I am super duper low. So I am going to be using regular rice, and so I only need 1/2 cup because obviously it's going to double in size, as you know, once it is cooked up. Wow, I really need a funnel. Here it is. I forgot to put it on. Because it doubles in size. So if you're already using instant rice, which has already been cooked, you want to go ahead and add 1 full cup of that. With regular rice, just do 1/2 cup. Okay, next is going to be 1/2 cup of dried minced onions. You have options here too. I mean, obviously there's options with any recipe. Do it however you like. You can absolutely use freeze-dried onions here. I have put freeze-dried chopped red onions in my taco soup jars before, and it works beautifully. So you have some options there. Okay, next is going to be 3/4 cup of corn. I wanted to show you the difference between freeze-dried corn and dehydrated corn. Dehydrated corn shrinks down considerably, and freeze-dried corn does not. It pretty much holds the same volume. For this reason, again, if you can choose either one, but if you use dehydrated corn, or as with any ingredients, you want to use less. If you use freeze-dried corn, you want to use a little bit more because this is going to nearly double in size when you cook your soup, whereas this is going to stay almost the same size. So I have had this jar of dried corn, this is dehydrated, just a regular old dehydrator, in my pantry for quite some time, and I want to get rid of it, so I'm going to be using that today. We need 3/4 cup of corn. I'm going to be using a little bit less than 3/4 cup, although this is very close to it. If I was using freeze-dried, I probably would go ahead and put in a whole cup of corn. I'm going to use up the whole rest of that jar. Next, we need 1/2 cup of tomato powder, and I did want to also mention this. and show you that there is absolutely normal and natural variation in the color of tomato powder. A lot of tomato powders that you've seen me use on the channel are dark red. These were made from some heirloom tomatoes and from some yellow super sweet cherry tomatoes. So that's because, I mean, that's why this is such a lighter color, and I just wanted to point that out. That tomato powder can absolutely be all sorts of different shades. Okay, so half a cup of tomato powder. Let me make sure I've got my half cup. Yes, I do. Okay, half a cup of tomato powder. I'm going to kind of shake down the jar just a little bit. I don't want to do it too much because I want to maintain the layers. Again, it's pretty and also pretty for gifting. So we want to maintain those layers as much as possible. So tomato powder, a third cup of peppers. These are dehydrated peppers. You can certainly use freeze-dried. Just use that rule we just mentioned, that rule of thumb. Less for dehydrated, more for freeze-dried. So this is dehydrated peppers. I'm going to use 1/3 cup. And these are kind of minced, a mixture of red and green. If you like spicy, go ahead and add you any kind of pepper that you like here. To that, we'll do 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. 1 teaspoon. And then 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. This is our homemade taco seasoning blend that we've shown you here on the channel before. We need 2 tablespoons of that. 1 and 2. Shake this down a little bit more. Now here is another option that we have. I will often put dehydrated ground meat in my taco soup, but you can absolutely not. You can use fresh ground beef. This is ground venison actually. It's one of the ways that we put up our deer meat that we harvest here on our property each year. Because it's just really easy to throw into chili and soups and all of that and just let it simmer, and it cooks up really quickly. But you can absolutely leave this out and make it vegetarian, or you can just add a pound of ground beef to your soup when you go to cook it. Like I said, there's plenty of options here. When I'm using dehydrated ground beef, I usually add anywhere between 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup. I'm just going to do about 1/4 cup today. My jar is getting really full. That was vacuum sealed as well. So I'm just going to sprinkle in as much as I can. I'm going to take my jar, my funnel out, just like that. Okay, now that can be the final recipe, or just depends on what kind of liquid you want to cook your taco soup with. I almost always cook my taco soup with beef broth. If I have onion broth or beef broth on hand, when I go to cook the taco soup, I will simply use that. It is fall, and I am very quickly running out of my onion soup from our spring onion harvest, and it's going to be a while before I have beef broth again. So I know that I will highly likely not have any fresh broth, as well, I won't have fresh beef or onion broth on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of this beef broth powder, so that when I go to cook up this jar, I can just add water, and that beef kind of flavoring will already be there. And that is it. Oh, that is it. Here's our jar. Look at all of those layers. I'll turn it around. You slap a really cute label on this, and you have a really nice homemade gift that will fill somebody's belly. And they just have to add water. So mentioning water, you need to add about 7 to 8 cups of liquid. I'm going to say liquid because you can use chicken broth, beef broth, onion broth, whatever you like. The variation between 7 to 8 cups is going to be how many freeze-dried ingredients did you use, or how many dehydrated ingredients that you use. Freeze-dried foods need less water to reconstitute. Dehydrated foods need a good bit more water to reconstitute. But as y'all know, with cooking soup, you can dump this jar, and this is what I do every single time. I'll just tell you exactly what I do. I dump this jar in a pot and I add 7 cups of water. No matter, I don't even consider if I had freeze-dried or dehydrated ingredients at this time when I'm going to make it. I dump it and I add 7 cups of water. As it simmers, I'm going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. I'm going to stir it, I'm going to check it, and I'm going to start seeing how much water there is. If it needs more water, if I can tell that the dehydrated foods need more water, if I want it a thinner soup versus a thicker soup, I'm going to add more water, and that's where that extra cup comes in. You can just add half a cup or 1 cup at a time. Really just kind of visualize it, look at it, see how much water that you need, but it's going to be around 7 to 8 cups of water. Okay, y'all, this recipe will be in our Mix in Jars cookbook coming up super soon. It might even be out by the time this video is released. I'm really not sure. If it's not out yet, the giveaway is still open, but I can guarantee you it's going to be closing soon because we are very, very close to being done with the cookbook. Yay! So if you have not entered the giveaway, go ahead and enter that giveaway. The link will be down in the description box, or go ahead and comment taco soup in the comments and I will share the link with you that way. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time. Bye.